G'day, Rockhound here. If you watched my last video in which I interviewed Automaton's digital marketing manager Chris Melby-Tynan, you may recall Chris and me discussing a small but important change on the Mavericks Proving Grounds website where Automaton had added the word alpha to the button where founders can download the game. Automaton have now moved this a step further by adding pre-alpha, alpha, and public beta milestones to Mavericks' development roadmap on the website. In my mind, this is a significant and important step in repositioning for players where the game is currently at in the development cycle. With all the confusion amongst the community about what Mavericks The Forge actually was, and the delays associated with the start of that, which all led to a lot of disappointment amongst the community, I think this now draws a very clear, no-nonsense picture of the development process for the game for current and future members of the community. This is a step that needed to be taken for the sake of the game. Let's take a close look at the development timeline. Firstly and foremostly, the game in its current phase is now officially labelled as a pre-alpha. Automaton have recently completed the Hunter and Hunted core update for this, which finally brought Battle Royale mode to the game for founders, who currently have exclusive access. The 100,000 people that signed up during last year's E3 Expo in June will soon gain free access to the game. The pre-alpha will then continue through March and April with the Armory, which will be released as a series of updates focused around bringing in weapons, attachments, armor, consumables, as well as other progression elements. The last phase of the pre-alpha will be revealed at this year's E3 Expo between June 12 and 15, where Automaton will be showcasing the game's drop-in mechanics, teaming systems, and what they describe as allowing champions to establish themselves in the capital. The game then moves into its alpha phase of development, with the update known as Thrill Seekers. No date or other information has been released about this update yet, other than the concept art image shown for it, which tells us that it will likely include the introduction of vehicles into Mavericks. Based on the roughly 2 monthly spacing of other updates, I can speculate that this update might be released around August. The alpha continues with an update called Brave New World, the image for which suggests that we will have access to the full Isle of Dern map at that stage, and I'm guessing that this might occur around October. The last update in the alpha phase of development is called the Forge Hall, which is an area of the capital that the current founders will have exclusive access to. What else this update will include is anyone's guess, but it's possible it could also include the Mavericks' full in-game economy system coming into action prior to the start of the public beta. And as far as release dates for this update go, I expect it to be in November or thereabouts, with the public beta starting before full release, which Automaton have previously said they are currently scheduling for the end of the year. This also means that unless you are a founder or part of the E3 100,000, there may be little or no opportunity to gain access to the game until the end of the year, unless Automaton allows other ways for new players to join. So this updated development schedule now makes it very clear when progress in the game will occur, and I think will do a much better job of setting expectations for new players coming to Mavericks. Now, if you've hopped into the Mavericks subreddit in recent times, you'll read your fair share of negative comments from people saying things like, "the game is dead," or sharing some general resentment towards the developers. I believe that these comments have arisen for two main reasons. Firstly, a mixture of poor expectation setting prior to now from Automaton, and secondly, from ongoing resentment from members of the community for last year's delays in founders access, combined with what they felt was a game that under-delivered. This update to the development schedule now puts the expectation side of things firmly into perspective. It cannot be more clear. The game is currently in a pre-alpha state, and new players should expect a pre-alpha level of gameplay and environment in the game. In addition, players should not expect the game to be in a beta state until the latter part of this year. As far as the negative comments in the Mavericks subreddit go, I'm not expecting them to change too much. because even with vastly improved expectation setting from the developers, resentment can take a long time to resolve, if at all. However, if you're new to the game, perhaps just take them as being based on that until you get to see actual gameplay for yourself. What Mavericks really has to offer may not be seen until the alpha or beta phases of development, and that's when any judgments will actually carry real weight. If you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like or a dislike. If you didn't, it all helps. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to get the latest Mavericks updates. Also, thanks for putting up with my voice today. I have a slight throat infection, which hasn't helped things. But thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.
It's just the